Okay, who can hear me now? How? Oh, there's the comment thing. Hi, Karen.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. I've never done this before, so sorry.
Me either. This is our first time.
Who else is
Now it's.
on?
I sent the thing to the whole chat. You're the only one that clicked it.
Oh, my daughter's like, Mom. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Neither do I. We'll figure it out though.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's
You
see
t-
here. I didn't bring my glasses.
we're so
Here it is.
popular that we have zero viewers.
Gosh.
Okay, how do I share this out?
I still know why I can't hear you very good.
You can't hear me?
I can, but it's really low.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
You can hear me good though?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly fine.
Huh. Well, you're a light talker anyway. I just got a big mouth.
Okay, now, Aaron, are you watching?
Oh,
It says one person is watching us. Now zero. They left. They got cold feet. They didn't like being put on the spot. Okay, now how do I get this to people? I
I'm
don't
not
understand.
familiar with this. I don't know if even my son uses this. I think he just I don't know. I think he uses his I don't know what the hell he uses.
Did you tell him we got bananaed?
No, I didn't talk to him yet. I was talking to Sam and then I totally got sidetracked. Let's see here. Comment, settings, camera, audio.
Can you type something under comments so I can give you the admin thing? Oh no, you just left. I'm all out of love. Feel so lost without you.
Oh shit, she's gone.
No, I'm here.
Okay. I don't even see where you comment.
You see where it says comments banner brand?
No?
This is so confusing. Where's Sam? I don't understand this.
Oh, I see. I see. But it won't join the chat. It'd help if I had glasses on, but I don't.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
how I pin comments.
So did you connect to YouTube?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, let me
Aaron,
see.
Aaron, can I use your phone? I need to see if I show up right on to other human beings.
Allow. I'm just going through these settings. Let me see here. Post a comment.
What's the name you're under? Actually, I should be able to find you under subscribe, right?
Yeah, you're subscribed.
Okay.
Did you see my comment?
Yeah, now I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out how to add you.
Oh, this might be a Google thing. Well, there's
Let me
Aaron.
see the screen, babe. Okay, cool. So it's public, but no one wanted to come. Got it.
Comments.
I gotta make you an admin too, Aaron. I'm trying to figure this out. Do I have to be under the YouTube side of it to do it?
I'm gonna say yes.
Let's check.
It's up there like very large.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
There's a large gap.
Huh.
I wonder if I go to my computer, maybe we can figure this out. Let's see here.
We have at least a 10 to 15-second delay.
I know. I figured that out. All right, both of you are moderators.
Sam's still not on?
Mm-mm.
Let me see here.
So how are the girls doing in school?
Okay, so what are you trying to figure out? I'll try and Google it.
Well, I made you guys admins. You guys have the wrenches on YouTube, so that way you can
Oh,
moderate that.
okay. Okay.
If she needs help solving a problem in this.
Did you go back and look at images that were shown during the press conference?
I think I watched it twice and then I showed it to my husband.
What did
Yeah,
he
that was
say?
he thought, what did you think of that video that I showed you?
Crazy?
Yeah, it was crazy. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
How
it.
did
I could
you call it?
I don't know. I have that thing where I can just look at someone and know. I don't know what it is. But I just like I never even followed this before. And when I saw a picture of her, I thought, something's off. And then this morning when I got to work, I was playing around like looking for stuff. And then I happened to come across her LinkedIn, but it was already like empty. Like there wasn't a lot on there. And I thought, maybe it's not her. And then sure enough, later on when we went on, I was just like, for some reason, she's been stuck in my head. And then when they said, when they said her name, I swear I shrieked. I'm like, oh my God, everybody in the office just heard me scream. I'm like,
Well,
holy
see,
shit.
and I've been dancing around this whole genetic thing. I just never thought about him passing it to her.
Well, if you look at the sun, and I'm not judging because nobody's perfect, but that sun's way off. But
Not his son,
well, her son,
stepson. Yeah.
yeah, her son. But well, now we know she's definitely a part of this. The Asa, there's no denying that she didn't know. Obviously, she's been seen, but no, she's way in on it. I mean, how do you?
And
I just knew it. I don't know. I could see it in that little freak's eyes. I could see it.
well, see, the thing is, though, too, is if they were lying about
Mm-hmm.
any of it or any of it's not true, hell, even just for the hell of it, they could sue him for defamation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, how can you? There's no denying that. You know what I mean? She's in deep now. I just I don't know. And how descriptive the images were, and thinking that a lot of that stuff hasn't come out till recently. There's no way she would have known about it, right?
No.
Right. And
But
how
see,
descriptive it was.
I have the credit card statement that shows the dates that they were really there.
Right.
And the prosecutor, he did lie to us. They
Yeah.
did. And you know what? Cracks me up, like sort of in a weird way, but the last time John Ray had a press conference, he had
Mm-hmm.
the former chief of police, the good one,
Right.
the one that just quit. He had him there, and that pissed off the prosecutor. And then right after that, he quit.
Nobody joined the
And John Ray made it a point to say I invited him, but
The past few years,
and that's my question is what is their response?
I go
Probably the same as ours. I was just like, holy shit.
Well, the thing
Oh, God.
is they had to know what he had found already because
Right,
they
because you
had
can't share
right,
things without them knowing, right?
right.
Which would also give her time to go ahead and get rid of the information that she had. Like Asa deleted all her stuff and then Victoria deleted all her stuff. But obviously they can get all this stuff. So what the hell was the point of even erasing it? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
why did you even bother? You're busted already. They'll go into your computer and
my
they get all your stuff.
my whole thing is I'm wondering if it's been an open thing in their household to the extent to where she grew up watching him and that's why she drew, painted, whatever you want to call it. Here, let me show you. There's a way for me to do that, right? To show
I,
something. I don't know
I
how.
think so. I think so. And then the other thing was the book on the table. She's had plenty of time to look at that or whatever the evidence was on that, the
Oh,
gruesome pictures or whatever. Who the hell leaves that shit on their table? Like, hey
well,
guys, we're having dinner. Look at this.
they had sitting on their table crime scene photos.
Photos.
The
Mm-hmm.
photo album, the one I was telling you guys about for the
Yep.
longest time, and they left it there. They are doing the bare minimum to get by. They left it there on. They knew it was there. They already had it down. They just
Mm-hmm.
left it there.
But then it's like I sat there, like I make the craziest notes. I mean, anybody who reads them is probably like, this chick is whacked. But like when
I
you
don't
have
know.
this when you have this stuff on your table and then the cannibalism stuff comes up, it's just like it's almost like reading a dinner menu. I'll take
You
her
know
leg
what's
and her
weird?
too.
I know, right? Well, did you hear part of it? And I was glad that this part didn't come across, but they even talked about eating breasts.
Yeah, I heard that. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, and that immediately brought me to Sandra Castilla because
Mm-hmm.
there was so much
Right.
disfiguring done to hers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, oh, and who said yesterday Silence of the Lambs? I can't remember who it was. But I'm
I think
sitting
it
here
was
thinking,
Mel or
no.
Katie. Mm-hmm.
I, I'm sitting here, I'm like, no, you guys don't, they're known, right? And for that to come out today, I'm just like, son of a, is my radar broken? That's what it felt
Mine's
like.
right on point. I'm like, oh my God. Because when you asked the question this morning of who do you think is going to be charged or whatever, I wanted to say Victoria. You know, you're like,
You
who,
should have.
whatever. And then I was like, no, I don't, maybe she really doesn't have anything to do with it. And then when that came out, I was just like, you're like, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God, I was right. I couldn't
I'm
believe
not
it.
sure.
It
I'm
was
not
so
sure.
descriptive.
I'm
Oh,
not sure if you guys heard the F bombs that I accidentally dropped, but some of that stuff,
did you hear the F
it
bombs? The whatever the guy was dropping. I'm like, isn't he live?
yes.
Like he's live on TV, and you're dropping all this info, including the F bomb. I'm like, who the hell is this guy talking to? Or is this private? Is he
Well,
just
get
talking to us?
this. Get this. The sister of Shannon Gilbert has released a statement now.
Mm.
So now we got to figure out how do I put shit up on the paper, on the screen. Hold on. Now what do I do?
I don't know. Do you have to like maybe? Well, your camera's not on, so it's just on the picture. So maybe you have to turn your camera on.
I'm not doing that tonight.
Well, look at me. You don't you start with me.
No,
This is the first time
no.
I've ever done this. And I'm like, damn, I'm ready for bed. I have no bra on. My hair looks like shit. Girl, get on
You
camera.
don't trust me. You don't want to compare. Trust me.
I'm like, what do I do? I'm asking my daughter. She's like, I don't know. I'm like, she's like, just press this. I'm like, oh my God, there I am. Oh well, who the
I
hell
can't.
cares?
I can't mind. But anyways, I gotta do a video on it later if I feel like it. I haven't decided. But
Yeah.
she released a statement that she is disgusted by John Ray's the things
I,
that he said, and I think a lot of it was the words he used, the graphic details and everything like that. After talking
I get
about
it.
Shannon,
I get it. I mean, it was definitely harsh, but I think after you sit back and you think about it, I think he was just showing the severity of exactly what was going on in this family. Not to demean anybody, but like, this is a really, really sick family. Like, I've never, I've never delved into something like that. I mean, this shit's wild. Like, I can't even stay on track. It's like, oh, hold on, this news article, who's this? And where's this going? And oh, wait, now I'm in 70 other pages and I'm like, wait a minute, what was I doing? Like,
I've been compiling stuff for a year on this case. This has been an ongoing deep dive for me, and this new information just made it so much darker and so much worse.
yeah, I mean, it's wild. I think just on my computer, just on things that like notes that I took on him, not including on paper, it says I have 26 pages of notes just on, and I didn't even touch today. God.
Yeah, me either.
Mm, yeah,
See, the
this
first
is
time I
wild.
went live, there was people that came in, a whole bunch of people. Like it was
Hmm.
auto doing it, so I must have the settings wrong.
Hmm.
What did I mess up?
Mm, comments, settings, camera.
No, it says it's public. You're giving me abandonment issues.
Who, who, me?
Yeah, you keep leaving
Oh, I
me.
know. I keep hitting the back button. Like, what? So sorry. I'm like, wait, who, me? You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh wait, we got another. Yay! We got another guest.
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Guys.
Hey.
Sorry, I ended up falling asleep again. That's all I've done all day.
Must be nice.
It's
No, I haven't
okay.
felt good, so
Oh, I
I'm
know.
lucky to be talking. So
I hear you.
I just need you to type a word in the chat so that I could make you a moderator.
um
Yeah. Mhm.
okay. Um
Karen, do you want to walk her through it? I still haven't figured it out yet.
okay,
I
hold on
looked
a
into
minute.
it.
Connect to the comment, connect. Okay, hang on a sec here.
It's pretty bad that she can figure this out better than I did.
Um
Well, I don't even know how I comment.
okay, sign into
You
all
too.
I'm doing is reading.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Manage blah blah blah. I guess allow.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the checker thing in my bobby. Okay. Hello. How's that?
There you are. Okay, let me go do
I
it
still
one
can't
second.
see the comments though. Let's see. Can you see them?
I can
I can't. What did you do?
go under where it says either chat or comments.
Right.
Click on comments.
Okay. Is that what the, oh, that says camera. Hold on. It says chat. Hold on. Comments. Okay, Cassie. Oh.
Post a comment. Oh.
But you have to go to that every time you want to comment?
Apparently.
You just taught us how to do this.
Right?
Barb.
Okay,
That's
Cass. Now,
funny.
Cassidy, How do I go back without abandoning Michelle and Barb?
What do you want to do? Do you want me to? What do
Okay.
you want? Do you want turn your pictures, your cameras off, or what do you want me to do?
Oh, I don't care. It's too late for that now. No turning back.
Not like we got viewers. We got 0 people.
I don't really care. I'm too old
No,
for
I
this
don't
shit.
either.
I don't care.
I just wanted to run this and see what it was like. And so we keynotes. What we need to figure out how to do is how to put pictures up. You guys know I'm obsessed with that.
Right.
So how I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm only on the app through my phone. If that's why I can't do it, and if that's the
Hmm.
case, that means I have to download all of my stuff to my computer. It's all on my
Oh,
phone.
I don't know. I might have to Google that. I don't, like I said, I don't know if my son uses StreamYard. I'll have to ask him.
Let him
Cassidy,
know.
Cassidy, send
Oh,
Frankie a note or a message and ask him if he uses StreamYard for YouTube. We'll see what he says if he answers.
I still can't believe we got banned.
It is what it
We
is.
don't have to say unalive anymore.
Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable. Oh, you're texting me.
we don't have to say pew pew either, do we?
No. How are we going to reprogram our brains to adulting again?
We're gonna sound like a bunch of toddlers. Is that what it
You're
sounds
I
like?
asking
know.
somebody that is in a brain fog as is of how to adult today. I don't know.
None of us do. It's one of those days, I'm telling you.
Yeah, totally.
So the only response we have from the press conference is from Shannon's sister, and she's not happy. And he stood by that family this entire time. He's fought for that family. He
Mm-hmm.
stepped out of line. So I don't know. She's made it clear. Her other
No.
sister,
Yeah, my son, I guess, doesn't use StreamYard. I'm really surprised. I know he uses like, not to interrupt, sorry. I know he uses like
hey, Red,
CapCut and stuff like
that's
that to like edit his videos.
yeah, that's what I
But
used to. It's getting
yeah,
expensive though.
yeah, everything is. That's for sure.
Mhm. Mhm.
Huh? I don't know. Can you tell him what it is? Who? What does it say? What is it? Oh, what do you call this, Michelle? What is StreamYard? Is it just like a streaming of YouTube?
You better person to ask for that would be Sam, but she ditched us, so
Okay.
I'm on StreamYard.com and it connected to my Google, to my YouTube, and put it all together. I honestly don't know.
Hmm.
Can you guys, one of you guys type again? I want to make sure you guys have your wrenches.
All right, I will. One sec.
Well, you guys know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to be creating our
Here,
intro
hit 10.
video.
Chat, comment. My eyes are toast. Let me see.
I'm ready, you see.
I have a wrench. Does Barb have to comment again?
Oh, wait, she dropped. Did she drop?
Hold on.
Yeah, she dropped. All right,
Oh,
good.
you
You
could
have a
probably hit the
wrench.
back button like I did.
Hey, babe. Can you type again to make sure you have a wrench?
Can you
I
see us,
know
babe?
this isn't your thing, but I just want you to
Go
have
to
it just
go
in
to
case.
YouTube.
You haven't had YouTube?
What do you mean? Why would you not have YouTube?
They're wrong.
Then Google it. I always have to Google mine. It didn't transfer over on my phone.
I honestly
But
hadn't used
YouTube
YouTube for
does
a long time
VR,
either.
YouTube Music.
Say what, Jay?
YouTube VR and YouTube YT Music.
Is that your app or did you Google it?
Yeah.
Just go to
Just
Google and
regular.
YouTube.
Just
Yeah.
regular YouTube. Okay, Erin, you got yours. Thank you.
Did you sign?
Okay, look up. It's Michelle's Criminal Muse, right?
Michelle's Criminal Musings.
Musings. Oh, I might have posted that wrong then.
I'm not used to it either.
Designed by gastroenterologists. Because I think I shared it to you in a text message, didn't I, Jay?
So you can enjoy life
Yeah.
when you feel
Using
Musing, MUSING. Does it say she's live? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sitting in front of the computer. You do?
Hi. Why did I wave like I got my camera on? I'm sitting here waving like you guys can see me.
Waving at the camera. He's sitting right next to me.
Right?
There's like a delay.
There is a delay? Yeah. I think it's 15 seconds, I think.
You're laughing.
Oh dear. Don't want to do that. Let me see if I
Welcome
can.
back, Barb.
Yeah, I hit the back button.
I did the same thing.
Duh.
Okay, you should all have wrenches now. I see Karen's, I see Aaron's. When you type again, it should show your wrench, and then let me figure out how we moderate then. Okay. All right, so you
Wrench,
click on
where
the
do we
comment,
find
When you
that at?
when you
type
comment, Barb, there'll be a
again.
wrench next to your name.
It doesn't like backtrack and give you a wrench for your one comment. It'll give it from anyone from here on. So you just
Oh, it's really
click
delayed. I'm watching myself.
their comment, and you could ban a user or delete their comments.
Where do you
Okay.
do that at?
It's to the right of it. I think you
In
just
the
hold your
more
finger
section?
over it.
Oh. Oh, I see.
There we go. At least I got you guys with yours, and I believe Sam has hers. So at least we have this lined up to where whenever we do a live in an hour that people actually want to watch it, we have it set up. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a lot of stuff to learn. I feel like I crammed so much into my head when learning how to use TikTok that going back to learning stuff for YouTube is going to be torture.
I'm still
Blood wash.
TikTok novice. I don't know nothing. I have my kids post my videos. I'm like, here, make me a
It's
video.
fun.
Yeah, I'm a
I can
TikTok
make the
novice
videos.
as well, so
I've I've fallen in love with making videos and graphics. I've fallen in love with it lately. How can
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a flood warning when it hasn't even stormed yet?
I'm telling you, meteorologists make the most money for being wrong.
I can make as much money as they can. If I stick my head out the window, I can tell you what the weather was.
Me too.
Right?
It's going to rain. My knees hurt. I can smell
Thank you.
it.
Everything hurts.
I can
Yeah.
tell you 2 days in advance we're gonna get a storm.
Yep. I told my
Same.
husband the same thing. I was like, my knees hurt. It's going to rain. He's like, there's no rain on the radar. I'm like, and then he leaves for work this morning. And I'm like, it rained after you left. He's like, it did. It didn't rain where I was. It rained.
It's
My niece
it's to
told
the
me
point
so.
to where
Uh
you got
huh.
to start recording it to back it up. Otherwise, people are gonna say you're forgetting. It's not right. Trust me, been there.
Oh, you could come in here, Cass. Huh.
It's just us.
Yeah. Just sneaking around.
Since they
Huh.
took away our TikTok.
That is ridiculous. Do you see who reports you?
No.
I don't think it was anybody, Michelle. I think it was TikTok
TikTok.
themselves.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, it wasn't just. We got a restriction the second I showed the news conference for the very first time. We got restricted immediately. And then we got reported. And then the live was reported and they pulled me off. It was two different reportings. One of them was for sexual activity and services. The
Mm.
other one was for what was it?
Too
It
bad
said
none
it
of
at
us
the
got any
bottom.
enjoyment out of that.
You know
I
why?
know, right? Right? But if you look at the screenshots I sent you guys, if you look at you
Yeah.
have to click on them. It's at the very bottom of the screenshots. It says what it was, but something criminal. Criminal behavior and activities. So I got basically accused of being a prostitute and a felon.
Michelle.
I know.
And
Yeah,
we all helped. We all helped.
and you didn't get
Yeah.
any money for it. That's the sad
Yeah,
thing.
I
that's my
know. We
point.
can't be a
That's
bunch
my
of broke
point.
bitches. Make
I
that money,
know
girl.
if they're gonna put us out like that, exactly, 100%.
Pay us. Oh my gosh. That's
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I think it's TikTok themselves.
I think so too. It's been happening a lot.
It has.
I the restriction I would think was TikTok itself, but when a specific reason for it was picked out of the list, that's how you know it was a report
Hmm. Hmm.
because you have to specifically pick the reason. And
Oh,
if you guys look at the screenshot I sent you, click on it to where it fills up your whole screen. You'll see at the very bottom what the reasons were for the report.
Well, I
I've
saw
only
the
reported one
reasons.
person, so I didn't even know. But I think you know how people get all shitty when they're like, show us the live, or show us, and you're like, I can't. I think I think people, just to be jerks, will just go report your live because you're not showing, you're just letting them listen. You know what I mean? Just being petty, dumb.
Right.
I don't
Or
know.
whenever I do show
Like, if
it,
you
they're
want to watch
reporting
it,
me for
turn
that
on your
too.
computer and go turn it on. It's like, what the hell?
Mm.
I don't know.
And see what frustrates the hell out of me with that is like AD. I checked her live tonight because I wanted to see if she was talking about anything she could have done, like reporting me, for example. She was streaming Port TV Vinny, whatever his name is again.
Politan?
Yeah, that guy. And
Palatine?
she does that every single day. She
Right.
streams someone else's new coverage of
Hmm.
a crime case type stuff.
Yeah.
But he doesn't
And she
show it.
does it with her secondary account. She has her secondary account and she logs in on a different device. She has the secondary account pointed at her screen and that is where she streams it from.
Oh. Hmm.
But I can't even
Interesting.
get my back up to 200. So I can't do that. That's what I was
Right.
trying to do, but I couldn't get to
Hmm.
200. Get on the in the box. Well, actually,
Hmm.
no. I need to be higher because if I wanted to show video, it would need to be higher.
Right.
It's
I don't know.
exhausting, you
Well, you know
guys.
what? You can't let it beat you up, because if TikTok goes away, it's gone anyway. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up over it. It wasn't anything
Right.
you did. I
No.
mean, you tried to blink out as much as you could. The guy was talking so fast. It was just like, you might as well just shut it off.
That was
It
a rough presser anyway. I
that
mean,
I've
no,
I've never heard someone talk like that in a live, press conference. I've never heard such a thing where I was just like, oh my gosh, like, where
Thank
are
God the
we?
news station. Thank God the news stations are on.
Right? To blank it all out. Like, holy, you might as well just turn it off. I mean, the guy, I was shocked. I was
Uh
completely
oh.
shocked.
I was watching it on the TV while I was listening to Michelle's, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. No, we can't show that. No, that, no, no.
Well, every time I pulled the camera up, I had to pull it right back down so that way nothing was
Right.
showing because I knew what he was getting ready to show, and I started learning like his facial expressions and when he was gonna say something. And so, but by the time I figured it out, that was right when I got bananas. So it was
Yeah.
pointless of learning.
Well,
Yeah.
when you got bananaed,
We don't have to
and
say
it,
banana anymore, do we?
oh, no, we don't. But when it got
Oh, that's
taken
right,
down, he
fuckers.
said that um, the daughter um, look at murder as romance.
Oh, that made me want to vomit.
I know. I was like,
Wait,
are you kidding me?
That's a sick
he said
girl.
romance.
Murder was
It
romantic.
romance. Murder was romantic. I think someone
Maybe
just asked
that's
if we
how
were live.
he.
On.
Yeah, I answered
Oh,
her.
I
It's
see.
Sam.
I got her. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe that's how he was with Asa too. Maybe he romanced it. Maybe he romanticized what he did to them. And I think with his dismemberment and the stuff like that that he was doing, I think he started doing that when he was still trying to figure out what kind of serial killer he wanted to be.
Mm-hmm. But
Because
you
he stopped
figure,
doing that.
right? But you figure, like, if she was learning all this, she was really young.
Okay, my question is this: how young and was she actually brought down there by force,
Mm-mm.
Well,
or was it curiosity? I mean, that's my next.
I
After I saw those graphic
oh
paintings, pictures, I don't even want to call them, or my
well, at least now we know who drew the ones that were taken out of the house, the first warrant.
right. And when he started saying furry, I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding.
yeah, that was wild.
Samantha!
And
Have
I
you seen
couldn't,
them?
and people were asking, what's a furry? And you just can't put it in 2 words of what a furry is.
When my kids came home and told me that they have furries at school, I had no idea
Oh,
what the hell they were talking about. They have special cat boxes and all this other kind of
Yeah,
stuff. I'm like, are you
yeah,
are you fucking kidding me? Like,
wait, that really happened? They
yes, it
yeah,
they
happens.
they
Yeah,
put cat litter. They put cat boxes in school.
yeah.
yeah. But when your daughter is, having her monthly stuff and she can't go to the bathroom, but a kid thinks that it's a cat, can go shit and piss inside of a box.
Uh
Like,
huh.
I,
I
I
don't
guess
fucking get it.
so.
Yeah, no, my
Oh,
ass.
yeah. Yeah. A furry is,
Mm-hmm.
it's also sexuality. It's
Right.
also bestiality,
Bestiality.
bestiality,
Bestiality. Yeah,
and it is
Type
it's
something
just,
again, Sam.
it's
it's
so
wild.
deep.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I
What'd
don't
you
think that
say?
the kids that go to school, I mean, go to my kids' school is like the real legit furry. I think they think that's what they are, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Right,
But still, it's wild. That's totally wild. I mean, to each their own, but
right,
I mean,
right.
good lord, Uh,
Wait
enough
a
with them.
second. Do they get to be walked outside if they're dogs?
Throw treats at them. I have no idea.
I'm not kidding. Like that's a
No, it's
seriously.
wild. It is the wildest stuff. They can wear tails and ears and all that other kind of stuff, but like the girls can't wear holes in their jeans, but you have a kid walking around with antlers or a dog tail or whatever. It's like I don't fucking get it. Like, God,
Oh,
I don't get it. It's wild.
I've
But
never
then
understood it.
ugh. But
okay, yeah, Sam has her wrench too.
what got my husband was the furry butt plug. He's like,
Yeah,
what?
I was able to mute that because I saw where he was going with that. So I muted the words and I kept it muted for 5 seconds and I
Oh
waited to
my
and then I unmuted to see what he was saying and I just went back to it and I'm just like, you know what? What are we doing?
I was like, what in the world? A furry butt plug.
I don't.
I
How do
was
I
like,
tell
I
what
was
to
trying
say?
to. Now you got to understand. This morning I had no voice. My head was so full I couldn't think. And when he said that, my brain just went. I can't comprehend that. What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I was dying.
Well,
I'm like, oh my
Oh,
God. Uh, uh, I
I
mean,
mean,
could he have got any more descriptive? Was the next question. Like, wow.
I'm sure he could have, but let's
Oh,
put it this way. I really hope that he warned them with the media package so they knew to have their delay being watched closely because he had the the graphics, you guys. Oh my god,
all
yeah.
the
those pictures.
graphics.
Those pictures were just.
They
I was
they
like,
were
what the?
to the T. They were
Oh,
to the T.
to the T.
Yeah. To right to the nickel. It was like
Yeah. And
she
I
just
went,
played that whole thing out.
and then remember when I asked if it was a doll, and you said,
Yeah.
Oh,
"Oh yeah, yeah." I wondered if we weren't having a Jeffrey Dahmer on our hands.
you know what? That's a good point. What if those dolls that were at those memorials were actual pieces
Hair
of their loved one?
or pieces of
Oh my
skin from
god.
them.
Oh,
I mean, okay, I have a sick, warped brain, but immediately when I saw that doll being brought out in the case,
like a prized
like a
possession.
prize thing, I went, "Are you sure that's a doll?" And you all go, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And I'm like, "No, no, no, no." The
It
way
could
it was
have had fake
shrouded,
hair. It could have had fake hair, but yeah.
the way it was shrouded, it
Yeah,
reminded me of Jeffrey Dahmer.
it was a trophy.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
Oh, it's just when you think you are somewhat in it, it's like I got totally sidetracked. It's like, wow.
I mean, we
Sam,
have a
how do I?
John Wayne Gacy, a Dahmer. We have them all rolled up in one
Hmm.
wicked, evil
Hmm.
person.
Hmm. But to
Sam,
the question,
Sam,
go ahead.
Sam, how do I pull up pictures on here to show you guys like I do for TikTok?
Ooh, I don't like the color of our sky.
It's going to rain
My
here in Ohio.
my power just flashed a minute ago. I could feel that something's getting ready to start.
It's gray, it's yellow, brown.
Clink it up. I can't see.
Uh, hold on.
Look at her being all YouTube savvy.
Oh, those are some supercells, Barb.
Do you think?
Get your ass in the
Hmm.
house.
Guess what? I'm not.
I wouldn't either. Forget it. Who cares?
Look, it feels good out here now.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
worry, Sam. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure that I could at least figure out how to give you the wrenches out. So what we need to figure out tomorrow is how we show pictures and stuff and documents.
I'll have to do some Googling. Maybe we could figure
That
it out. Maybe we could YouTube it and figure it out.
well, I could set this to private tomorrow, and we could try to figure it out that way, so no one has to watch. But
Well,
I just
nobody
wanted to
joined
see
us
what
yet, so
happened if we did it.
I think we're okay.
Yeah. Yay, Sam could help with that. Good. And then, so what I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to start tonight or tomorrow. I started it last night, but I just kind of sidelined it. Was making the new video for all of us. And I had another idea too. What do you guys think about instead of being the Crime Time Crew on Facebook, what do you think of us changing to being Criminal Musings?
I like that.
That's good.
You like that?
I like
Mm-hmm.
that.
We definitely need a vote from everybody because I feel like I feel like the Crime Time crew is okay. Good. Sam agrees. I feel like that's a little bit generic and
It's kind of
like
like the rest of them.
childish,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
it's kind of like the rest
it's
of them.
all yeah, and it just doesn't feel right anymore. We need a rebrand, and I'd be happy to take that off.
That's cool. Like I'm good with Facebook. I mean, you could do that part, but I mean, like with the Facebook posting and stuff like that, getting people to engage. I'm good with that. I used to do I used to sell stuff on Facebook and they tell you how to do the whole thing. So I'm good with Facebook. Now you tell me to go do something on TikTok and I'm calling one of my kids.
Yeah, me too.
Help.
Even with
So
Facebook, at times I call my kids. I call my grandkids. Are you kidding?
I don't have any of those yet.
I have a few
Oh,
at Christmas time I loan out.
no.
I have I have 11 grandkids and 3 great grandkids.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have a crew.
you have a
Literally.
crew.
Oh yeah.
It's wild.
Well,
Um, the plaintiff in my case, Michelle, or
mhm,
the person I took to court,
yeah,
probation for a year, and he has no contact with me for a year. He screws up once, he goes to jail.
good, good. When was
Yeah,
Hmm.
that?
he came back and he said it was dropped. No, it's not dropped. It's on a probational drop, discharge.
Mm. They might let him go, but he's on probation.
Right.
Hmm.
So I'm happy about that.
Me too. If he comes by again, you let me know. Oh, and the cops, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. So
If
I'm
Aaron
pretty
has to
well.
drive out there, well, then he'll do it.
I'm pretty well secured. All I have to do is show that piece of
We
paper
can
from the
actually
state's
talk
attorney.
freely now.
What?
We can actually speak freely now.
I know,
I
right?
know. That
We're
was
Hey,
not
what we were
3
talking
anymore.
about a minute ago.
we're not
Yeah, but now
5.
now we have to get ourselves back in the habit of not using TikTok terminology.
Yeah.
It'll take a little bit.
That's going to be fun, though, because we're going to have a few bloopers during the way.
Well, I'm glad we can because this deep dive of the girls, I don't know how I'm going to get around some of Amber's stuff. You know, I was like, God, how am I going to come up with a word for that without
Yeah,
misconstruing
you could just say
everything?
use your imagination.
Uh
I
oh,
mean,
she accidentally hit something.
yep.
I find it hard to say certain words on TikTok, too. And I'm
I've
like,
never
wait a
been on
minute.
a
Can
TikTok
I
live.
say that?
It
Hmm.
drives me crazy. It drives
I'm
me
so
absolutely
glad we won't
crazy.
be having to say rugs and smecks no more.
Schmucks and
Right, smacks,
schmurder and
murder. People probably think we have a lisp or something, you know?
Well, see, when people were freely using unaliving, I thought that was just some new thing that
Lingo.
the kids
Hmm.
were doing. And
Right.
so I'm just like, okay, I really hate that. I don't ever want to use it, so I won't. And then I started TikToking, and then I figured out why.
Hmm. Yeah. It's crazy.
I
um,
want to know the family's response to John Ray's press conference.
Which family?
The Heuermann family. We
They're
already know the
probably
Gilbert family response. Shannon's sister is not
livid.
happy with John Ray. She didn't agree with what he did or approve it, or was she notified about it?
what
Oh,
my problem
really?
is, what did he do to the case?
I can't say it.
Yes.
I don't even know
That's
what I said.
something I'm worried about because the information that he released,
Oh,
if
I
it could
don't
be
know.
information that they could use in court, and
And
then
now,
he could have just said the potential jurors. So But see, he knows these things because he's a lawyer. So I hope that means he knows better than to ruin the case. But
I
the
have.
things he was saying today, I understand that he was reading them from a list or whatever, but censorship, dude.
I've
Yeah, but
never heard a press conference like that in my life.
me
I did
either.
not know what certain definitions meant, what they were. So I
Oh.
decided to Google, and I'm like, oh no.
Well, I was
Yeah.
letting my husband listen to it, and then my daughter was standing there, and she's looking at me like, "What the hell are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, this is live. This was live." And she's like, "You could talk like that?" And I'm like, "No, but you can go let your dad hear the rest of this." Like, oh my god.
It was insane, some of the graphics that he went into, and he just kept saying like butt plug and
Yep. And
all
how
this
many times
other
did he say
stuff.
fuck? It was like, holy
Yeah,
crap.
Yeah.
I've never. I know he has a lot of allegations against him that I looked up, but I've never seen a press conference like that in my life. I
Me either.
oh, I was disgusted, but I was
I was
curious
shocked.
as to what the
Mhm.
hell he was talking about.
Yeah. After
I
after
didn't
she got
know.
banned, I had to hurry up and go watch it. I was just like, whoa. Now I see why the response was, how Michelle was acting. I'm just like, oh, I can't see her and I can't see the screen. What is going on?
Right.
And
We
then when I
was
watched it,
not
I was just like,
prepared.
yeah,
Yeah, I had it
That
on.
man sounded completely unhinged today. There was
Yeah,
no
he
type of
looked it.
censorship.
He looked it too.
And
yeah,
I honestly wonder if he did this to just show that he's really working still on this case. And he kept making it a point that he ain't making money off of it.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
money involved. Is
right.
he trying to get his face back out there? It left me with a lot of questions.
I agree. I mean, he
I
didn't
want
even
to.
have to go into that much description to make his point that he's working. I mean, he could have stopped at
Mm-mm.
like the first two pictures. That was enough.
Right. He didn't
And the
have to
I think
show
only
he.
pictures.
Right.
now
That
the
was
I think
some
one
with
that
detailed.
him.
she drew and signed her name to it, yeah, I think that was important. But a lot of teenagers that are on Tumblr, they have a lot of wild stuff on there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Well,
totally.
so many things to think about.
Oh yeah.
Tumblr
My
is
biggest
almost a
question
dark
though is
web.
the things
I
of
agree.
her.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
and see with John Ray, I think John Ray. I think he just wanted to prove that he knew this and that he was seeing them covering it up. I honestly want to believe that, and I know I usually eat my words when I say that. I honestly think he was doing this for the reasons, and he got fed up that Shannon wasn't one of the cases, and that she's still not considered a homicide.
Right. Yeah.
So I think today he was just like, okay, I've got everything. I can go forward with it. He said he was waiting for information to come back. So now that he has it, I honestly think,
Right.
I think this case has really done something to his head. But I also think his
I couldn't
intentions were
imagine.
good. But at the
I do
same
too.
time,
I think it was the heat of the moment, like the passion behind the work that he was doing and the like the true like look you guys, like this is no bullshit. Like this is a real sick family. You know what I mean? But I
With
don't know.
that coming out
well, my whole
today,
thing,
would that,
what?
I can't imagine Asa not knowing anything then.
Well, think of it this way: when she painted that picture of a man mutilating
That looked
and
like her father.
dismembering, yeah, that tells me, okay, I need to look at that again. How high up of an angle was it what she was looking? Because that would tell us about how old she was, right?
Right,
Because in my head, she's painting this as she saw it at that time. So that's what
Okay,
right.
I'm thinking.
so since I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I think that I think that she witnessed a lot, and
Well,
he just encouraged it.
the one that was laying, he said that it reminded him of
Shane.
Taylor, but the one where she's laying in the horns
Mm-hmm.
of the
That
Jessica,
moose
I
or
think you said.
whatever it was. That's
that's
how
Shane.
they found, not Amber, the other one I'm
Jessica.
doing. No, Castilla,
Sandra.
Sandra.
Hmm.
But the point that you were making about like her, I guess if you want to call it bird's eye view of that photo, when you said that, so she's sitting off like kind of to the corner. Do you remember in the conference them saying that they were looking she was looking up like red haired child porn or
He was.
red haired rape or something like that?
I
What
heard
if he was
I
making
He was. He was looking it up on his too. I don't know if she was, but I know he
right?
was.
But yeah, it came up on hers as well. So
Torture
was
porn.
she being forced to watch?
That's the question. But the fact that she took it to where her art and her socialization was based on that persona, if
Mm-hmm.
you will, that she's created, that
Right.
tells whether or not she was made to, she became someone that really it became a core part of who they are.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, it's
Um,
all throughout the family. I mean, there's no denying, you know.
well, you got Kenneth, the
Mm-hmm.
priest, that's his cousin. Then you got
Mm-hmm.
his other cousin, that's the Nassau cop.
Mm-hmm.
They
And then wasn't the
they
grandfather
both
into
had
something as well?
not anything that was provable. I couldn't find, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Craig. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm. So
And
there's no
now
way
that
that Asa doesn't know anything. One, she's been
no,
seen places, but then I
hmm
thought, did so then when I was thinking about this, could that have been Victoria and not Asa?
well, there's a difference because with
She would have been
mitochondrial,
younger.
I'm not sure which sample is which right now, but I know mitochondrial and nuclear DNA are totally different. One
Mm-hmm.
of them will say specifically that it was Victoria. One of them will
Mm-hmm.
say it's either Asa or her child.
Mm-hmm.
We some of them came back as being Victoria, but most of them came back as being Asa.
Right.
There
So
was
there's no
even
denying
there
that
was
they were there or
in the
somehow involved.
documents recently released. They talk about a hair sample and something about a kid from school that went to school with her,
Hmm.
and that they
I don't
had
know.
to. I don't know.
Hmm.
I need to know
I
what
don't
was
know.
behind those wall panels.
I want to know what's in the lockbox.
I want to know if they checked under the vault, and more importantly, where is their main dumping ground? Because I don't think this was it.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
You know, all those bodies we talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and look at all that property in North Carolina that's
Mm-hmm.
untouched.
Yep.
Really good place to hide a body.
And then on his way to his mom's or whatever in Virginia or West Virginia or Virginia, wherever it was.
Any state
Hmm.
that they go to, when they're there, there's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I have I
That's
have
why I
so
think
much
there's a
stuff.
lot more to be found.
Well, I was following where Craig Heuermann was living when and comparing crimes that were similar, and every time he lives, those crimes were happening.
Hmm. I don't know. I think the whole
But
family's about to go down. I think
I'm
the next
thinking
surprise is
so
going to be
too.
Asa.
But think of it this way, you guys. Think of how much bigger this is than we thought it was going to be. We might be
My
looking at
mind was
something.
blown a
We're
lot deeper and darker.
looking at something that's going to be in the IMAX. You are gonna have to go to the movie theater to see this. This is just the surface. I feel it,
Hmm. Yep.
but
No, you're right. You're right.
we need to be careful into this though, because I don't want you guys to have it affect you guys emotionally, mentally, to where you're getting nightmares, you can't sleep, or like for me, affecting my depression. I clearly am not doing it right,
Hmm.
so I need to make sure you guys are too, because I never and it was kind of I feel like we were blindsided. I kind of do. I feel like we were lied to, because we had one serial killer that we understood, and now we're getting a different one, and now a daughter, possibly a
Hmm.
wife.
I
Just
think, and
Jesus.
like I said, I mean, and I'm not discriminating in any type of way, but I believe that the son or stepson, I believe he has maybe some type of handicap of some sort. He does not strike me that
I
he's
believe he has
I mean,
autism.
that may be it. That's what I was going to say. So I wonder if he influenced him as well. But I don't
I
know. My
wouldn't.
eyes went straight to the girl. And then, but I don't know. Then I was looking at the boy and I'm just like, ooh, this, this
Ooh,
is
there
going to
goes
be
the
tricky.
thunder. Did you guys hear that thunder?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, the storm's starting here.
Mhm.
Um, and I think I put protectors around Victoria with this case, because I didn't want to pull her into this, because she's the child and da 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 da. I mean, the smiley
Mm-hmm.
face. I almost said no in the library. The smiley face serial killer. His daughter, or not smiley. No, BTK killer. Dennis Rader. His daughter has been in touch with them, because she was a daughter that didn't know her dad had this double life. So she's been sitting there helping these people, trying to
I
help them
thought that
get
was a
through it.
smiley face one. I don't know. You might be
Say
right.
Dennis Rader,
Oh.
different ones.
I just
Um,
watched the other day
but
when the smiley face killer was talking about his letters with Rex, and then he admitted to the eighth murder that he had done or whatever. I was just like, where
mm-hmm.
in the hell is this going? Like, they talk about it so freely. Like, yeah, she was done eating her spaghetti, and then she started screaming, and I just put these ties around her neck so she wouldn't make a mess. And it's like, how did you think of that fast? You know what I mean? And then you just dumped her ass? Like, how,
I
I don't
want
get
to
it.
know
I have
the
lightning.
or unconscious in their brains, because I, I, I mean, we could sit here and we could understand, things are wrong. They sit there, either they don't care, or they don't see it too. So where are the wires mixed up in their brains? Like and
Hmm.
are all of their brains mixed up? And the question is, is evil created or is it born? I
I don't know. I think it's
think
both.
of like
I'm like,
Victoria. I think
I'm bouncing
Victoria,
back
it's
and forth.
both.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's just
Because I could
wild. I don't
easily
know.
see her just doing this because it's what she grew up around. And so that's just what she thought of as right. I mean, clearly, if you're witnessing what they did to people, you're
Well,
not
see,
going to be okay.
that's one of the points, JB, or what Ray was making today was he Humerman. We all thought had a double life. He doesn't have. He didn't have a double life. He was living his life as
Hmm.
one person. It wasn't a double life.
Mm-mm.
His double life was being his double life was being a married father. His main life was being a serial killer. Usually it's swapped around, but for this one,
And then the
and
other thing that made me think was, why did Rex and his first wife divorce? And why did the mom and the ex-wife leave so quick, like so close in time? They
A
either
month
saw
apart.
something.
Yep.
they won't She's never said a word. She lives
She
Mm-mm.
in
probably won't. She's
she
probably fucking
lives
traumatized.
I think she's
she lives in
scared.
seclusion. She lives in seclusion. They got married in 90 and she moved out months before Sandra disappeared in 93.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There it
So
is.
is that why he became more
Mm-hmm.
violent and did the dismembering and whatnot? Like what
Well,
is the
And
that's
all this
catalyst?
and all that stuff well, not all of it, but a good majority of that stuff happened in the house that he's
Yeah, I
still
see
in now.
Sam. I didn't see him
Er,
before, but I see it now. Yeah, the son.
my
Yeah, we were talking that yeah, he was raised by him, but he's not the biological.
Right.
Um,
but my
but yeah,
question
the
is
smiley
this:
face is the one that.
how soon did he
Go ahead.
dump the bodies once they were dead?
You
And where
see, I
is he
think it's
keeping them to just throw them out whenever he's ready to be found years
storage,
later?
storage unit. Bet.
Yeah,
I bet you it's a storage
he
unit.
used a storage unit, but how long before he placed them where they were? How long did he keep them?
Well,
And then like all the pictures and stuff. Is that what's in this box? Like, the there was all these mentions of the pictures and the camera and the video. There's
you know what I
no
think it
way that he
is?
deleted all that stuff. Those are memories.
Exactly. I think what was in those boxes, what was in that box was something that he took off of them, meaning it was a part of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Now, the
And
one
Yep.
it,
thing I learned today was that Sandra was missing a shoe.
A shoe. Mm-hmm. I think a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
of them were.
I didn't even see that in the dive that I did for her. No mention of no shoe missing.
me either.
And look how spot on the daughter was with, the foot fetish or the shoe fetish, whatever. It's like that's fucked up. Like that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was either really paying attention, and then to see that they were following like the same things. So he knew that Victoria knew what he was doing. You just don't happen to pop up onto those sites on
No.
accident. This guy's fucked. He's toast.
I
God.
thought I thought that when I did the deep dive and I was learning about Kenneth Heuermann, the priest one, the cousin,
Hmm.
I thought that was a curveball that wouldn't I wouldn't be able to finish researching. This is totally different. Um,
Mm,
they kept mutilating and stuff even after death.
obviously.
So the
But
But
to
question
the
hear
way
how
is,
I
descriptive,
understood it, now today, the way I understood it was, were they being tortured? Well, I mean, was he doing all this stuff, torturing them while they were still alive?
yes,
I think he tortured them until they died. Like you figure if you are like what is
Well,
it?
what I
What was
mean
that
is,
called?
did
Hard
they,
pointing someone to a wall and then you got them tied up. One, you can't do that on your own. So you
right,
had to have some type of help. Even though they were tiny, you figure
right.
or
that takes a lot
drugged.
of like, oh, I got to put her one arm up here unless she was
Well,
already
even,
dead.
okay, I was a CNA for 35 years. Even the
Hmm.
tiniest person that weighed 98 pounds,
When they're dead weight.
when they're no help, no standing, no
Yep.
nothing, those bones become very heavy.
Very heavy. Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. And you wouldn't think me, an 85 or 89-pound lady that I could put into bed by
Hmm.
myself. Oh, no.
Yep.
Um,
I know.
Once they go limp, that's it.
Yep.
There was no way of moving them. Um, but did he cut off their hands and their legs while they were still alive?
I believe so.
Probably. And then they bled to death. But well,
Oh,
not
But
only bled
even
to death, but you figure like how descriptive the daughter was about like the mouth full of blood and the bonus points and all this other kind of stuff. Are you
and yeah, but if
like, huh?
how How would they get their own blood into someone else's mouth? That's what I don't understand.
He
I guess it's
probably
good
kept
that
some, or he could have kept some from another one and almost like
Was he
swapped
drinking
them.
it?
This went a lot
bonus
further than
I'm
I thought
just
it was gonna.
saying, another Jeffrey
bonus
Right.
Dahmer.
bonus
Yeah.
points if you can drink your own blood from the victim's mouth, he said.
Maybe they were cutting themselves of some sort, or you know
But
how like when
DNA.
we were young, there was like blood sisters and all that bullshit. Maybe it was something like that. I have no idea. I don't even know if I can even go down that train wreck. But I have no
My
idea. I
stomach
mean,
is
that
so
is just
upset now.
weird.
We need to have
So
these
weird.
conversations in the daytime.
I know. I know. I'm supposed to be in bed. Go to bed
I
and be
know,
like,
right? This is
oh,
about the time that most of us start falling asleep. And
no,
Sam's
it's
right. That
fine.
was his playtime. So he spent
Mm-hmm.
hours and days, and he
Mm-hmm.
specifically did it for that. And then he focused on making sure there wasn't enough light coming through because light meant sound would get out. Like
Right. Noise.
he
Mm-hmm.
turned this into an active study. He
Mm-hmm.
playtime with after her death.
Bless you.
Yeah, I saw that
Thank
too,
you.
Sam. That the after death playtime. That yeah, and I think that's one of the reason that Sandra's um autopsy talked about the mutilation for her nipples being postmortem. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But I mean, to think that this daughter knew this much detail, those details weren't out back then. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like when
so
she was making this stuff.
So
So she had to know.
if they're saying that Asa and her daughter and the kids were not home when he did these acts, it's a lie.
Right. It's a lie. Mm-hmm.
and John Ray was able to confirm with the Atlantic City Hotel, when he spoke to the
Right.
manager, that the dates that the prosecutor had given us when Maureen Brenner Barnes charges were put through were a lie.
Yeah.
So why are they trying to protect them? Asa, Victoria.
There's probably more people in the freaking crime unit or whatever, or the community that they're. I have
Well,
no idea. This was just whacked. I have no idea.
well, I'll give you guys another little snippet. That belt buckle, the WH William Heuermann, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell anybody about that because before
Right.
Rex Heuermann was their main suspect, they had another main suspect just off of the initials alone, and it was a cop named William Hughes.
Right.
Or did I get those names?
Mhm.
I don't know. I could be getting the names wrong. It's late. I don't even know what I'm
No, I
saying.
think you're right. I think you're
I
right.
think you're right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a cop. But
Yeah.
as
And then you had the woman that went to the swinger parties with her cop boyfriend that gave that
Lorraine,
statement
what is
affidavit.
that guy's name? What were the initials? Did he not ever want to be known? Wasn't it like
Sam,
RW or something like that?
no, Sam has them. I think she said it started with the B.
Hmm. I don't remember. I thought it
Or an
was.
F. Mm.
Hold on. I know I have it somewhere. Um. So I'm like, who the hell is this?
We'll get this, you guys. With his
I think
cousins,
it's in my notebook.
they have a cop, a minister, a political person. They've got all of that there too. They literally, it's almost like you. Is this a secret society? Like they know, okay, this is what you got to do in your area. Like, is there some kind of handbook for being in some secret society,
But I mean,
savage,
how? Like it's
grotesque?
right. Like it's wild to think. I mean, I guess when it's pointed out to you right now in plain view. But to think that maybe we'll say 3 streets over from me or something, that there could be a whole like underground, if you wish, type of freaking sexcapade. Well, I don't know what the hell you call that serial killing bullshit going on somewhere and you don't even know it. Like all these members of the community. Like, it didn't matter what you were. You could have been a kindergarten teacher. Like, you're in on it.
No.
It's
Yep.
just wild.
Yeah.
It's
And
wild.
that's what it is. And it's sad and it's scary. And the thing is
RW,
for
RW was the initials.
are you sure?
That's what I have. I wrote it like twice. She called, I don't know, when she says Mr. Ray, is she talking about John Ray?
Yeah.
But she said that the cop's name or his initials were RW. And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
That's
And I
the
never
same
found
as
it.
that's the same as the initials of one of the victims of Kenneth Heuermann, the minister. That's the initials they put down for her is RW. RF,
Hmm.
Sam says RF.
Yeah, this one's RW.
Ruby Frankie?
RW picked up Karen in New York and went on to their way to Rex's house in Massapequa Park. Huh. I don't know. I got to figure that out. It's driving me nuts.
All right, well, let's leave it here. Let's leave it here
Yeah,
for the
I
night.
got to get to bed. I got to get up at 4
Yeah, me
a.m.
too. I'm old. I started going to bed early.
Old. Jesus, you're nuts.
All right, ladies. I'll talk with you later. Have a
You
good
are
All
one.
not
right.
old.
I am too old. I'm
I
getting
don't even
old.
know what you call us. We're crazy. We're not old.
Yes.
We're crazy.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Well, it was nice chit-chatting.
All right. Good
Yeah.
night, guys.
Good night.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.